What is it to be a ghost hunter? People think that being a ghost hunter is running around in the dark, looking at meters and getting excited when the lights blink, and maybe catching a light anomaly on camera. But it's more than that, and it has to be more than that. If you are currently a ghost hunter or a paranormal investigator or something like that, it's time to look at what the responsibilities are of that. If you're thinking of getting into this field, there are responsibilities that go with it, and not only responsibilities but also dedication and time and so much more. I'm going to talk about that right now. Before we get started, just do me a favor. Hit the like, hit subscribe, and join me. We are growing the channel and things are going awesome. Normally I have a green screen behind me and we talk and have fun, but today I just want to get a little bit real and keep it in the real world. Right now I'm sitting at my desk where I make appointments for ScottyTheNJMedium.com. I take interviews for paranormal investigations. I take my notes on my computer that's here, and I got to thinking tonight after catching up on some of my shows from the week that I also enjoy, like many of you, Ghost Nation, Holzer Files, and so on. Most of us who do this don't have a camera crew following us around, and if we do, it's just our friends or acquaintances that are doing it, and they're trying to capture what we're doing. They're documenting what we're doing, which is totally awesome. And if you're doing that, cool, keep it going. I like watching your content as well on YouTube. But what a lot of times is not documented is the time away from our families, the time that it takes to put in the research, the coordination, and all the things that go into investigating. From the time that we receive a call or an email with a problem or an inquiry about an investigation, to the phone calls, the matching dates up with teammates when they can be available and come with us and go on the investigation, to the money spent on equipment, cameras and buzzers and all the things that go beep in the night when there's paranormal activity, right? But then what about the weekends beyond that? The days between there? What about the other things? Missing out on fun trips with your friends, maybe even special days with your family, and you're spending your days and time with other people's families in their homes, in their places where they're having activity or alleged activity, and you're there to help make their life better and bring a quality of life back to them in their living situation. I think that a lot of people get lost in vying for attention in this and realizing that this isn't about attention. This is 100% about doing the right thing for the people who need your help. Whether you have a mild interest in this or you are a lifelong paranormal investigator, it is an absolute responsibility when somebody asks you to come and help them, that you stick with it and you're not just there for the 8 hours or so that it takes to set up the cameras and possibly get reactions or EVPs through equipment, right? To put a full case from beginning to end together takes a very long time, sometimes weeks, months, even cases that the PARS team is involved with now, years, because the paranormal is not something that is obviously something that is 100% understood. So when phenomena are happening, we try to deal with it based on the patterns that we've seen in past cases, and hopefully our solutions help and explanations help the family understand what's happening to them around them. But when it doesn't, we have to stick with those families and with those people, and make sure that we are doing what we promised on our end, as long as we are actively pursuing calling ourselves investigators. So this video was just kind of to talk about that a little bit and get your opinion out there in the paranormal community. What do you guys think? How long have you worked on a case personally? How deep have you gone to understand the things that are happening at a client's location? What solutions have you come up with to end paranormal activity in places? And how did you get there? Like, I am always looking for answers myself, because even though I feel like I quote unquote know some things, I don't know everything, and I certainly will never claim to, because it's just an unknown. We just do what we can with what we have. And I know there's a lot of very good legitimate investigators out there, even people who have parapsychology degrees, who are digging deep into this to understand. And as myself, just speaking for myself as kind of a layperson, digging up as much factual information that I can through books and using the internet and the things at my disposal, I want to be as educated in those things as possible and understand them as best I can in order to bring the best information forward to my clients. So I think that's really important. And I just wanted to ask the paranormal community out there, from me to you, if you're not doing this for attention, what are the other things that you're doing it for? Now, don't get me wrong. I love the TV shows and watching the content on YouTube, and I make some of that stuff myself too, because the paranormal can be boring. Sitting with the lights off for 4 hours with nothing happening is very boring. But in order to try to get that reaction and understand what's possibly happening in a location, that's sometimes what it takes. So I'm not dumping on that at all. But yeah, I just want to know, like, what are you in it for? Are you looking for answers? What's the draw? Because there's no money in this. As a matter of fact, I think being in the paranormal probably costs more money than you could ever make in a lifetime, unless you land a sweet contract on a TV show for a couple seasons or something. And even then, who knows how much that's really worth. So what's the draw? Do me a favor, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Sorry, this is kind of like a low-tone video, but I really just was thinking a lot about this while I was watching my shows today, and trying to think about the cases that I'm actively working on, and some of the things I'm struggling with as far as like time management and helping my clients as best I can. And, you know, genuinely feeling bad that I just can't live in these locations for a couple weeks because I have my own job and a family and you know, my business that I run. So there's a lot that's going on top of the paranormal stuff. So anyways, that's just my 2 cents. Do me a favor, hit the like button, click subscribe, hang out with me, and stay tuned for the next video. I promise it'll be more upbeat than this one.